Alright, let me give you a quick video here. As you can see, I'm at my Aunt Kim's house. This is where I am. And in August, I was cutting wood down for the winter. Of course, I took a walk over here. I'm primarily cut the wood that was right on the corner here. You'll be able to see in a second when I get there. Right here on the corner is where I started cutting wood down in August. My first good batch of wood I got for the basement for the winter. Okay. Took me, I don't know, 3 or 4 days to cut down some wood in here. And you can see there's a trail right here too. You can usually drive through there. You can bring your truck down there. And I ended up eventually cutting wood here and then going up this way, cutting wood down there. And I ended up laying around for about a week before I went into Kirkland. But I have this problem of mine where I've been having where I'm being electronically harassed, and it's all about sexuality, that kind of stuff. It's very, very, very sick shit that these people are doing. And they were harassing the fuck out of me all week long, and I wanted to go home to Kirkland Lake, but I couldn't get a hold of my mom. I just wanted to go for a visit, you know. And they were telling me that if I went to Kirkland Lake, that they were going to that one of my brother's family members would pay. Your brother's family is going to pay for this, Raymond. They kept saying, your brother's family is going to pay for this, Raymond. Your brother's family, you stay the fuck out of Kirkland Lake, Raymond. Stay the fuck out of Kirkland Lake. Your brother's family is going to pay for this. All week they did this to me. And I couldn't get a hold of my mom. So it was really bugging me because they're like, you know, your mother's not going to rescue you, blah, blah, blah. Your mother, she doesn't want you there and all this kind of stuff. You know, they're going on and on. And of course, your brother's family is going to pay for this, Raymond. Your brother's family is going to pay for this. And then on Thursday, I think it was a Thursday morning, I got a ding on my phone that evening, and it was my mom. And she sent me a text message saying that she was going to come. I sent my dad. My dad was going to stop out in the morning and pick me up about a half an hour outside of Kirkland Lake. And in the morning, he showed up and picked me up, and he pulled in the driveway and was talking to my mom on the phone in the truck. And I could hear it through the speakers. I was wondering what he was talking about, and sure enough, one of my brother's family members had gotten hurt that night in Kirkland Lake after me hearing all week long that one of my brother's family members was going to pay. I know it sounds absurd, but this has been going on with me for over 6 years now, and nobody's listening. But that was the first batch of wood I had cut. And my Aunt Kim's cats went missing the same day. The very same day, 2 cats went missing, completely missing. Now, if you look down here, there's a trail here. There's obviously there's a big pine tree right there. You can see it standing there, right there, right? It's close to the house. I got all of this wood I cut here, I hauled literally by hand back to the house. So, assuming that I'm going to cut trees that are close to the house, okay, and it's a straight shot. Like, look in between the trees. That is a trail in the summertime that goes right down there. It's very visible that it's a cut trail, right? So let's walk down here now. Assuming that I would be back once I went to Kirkland Lake for a little bit of visit, assuming I would be back and cut wood again, I would potentially come which would be the easiest way for me to come and cut wood, would be this way, because I got no way of hauling it out, right? And I need to get wood for the wintertime. But this tree's standing right in the middle of this road here. There's another one there, a big one that could cut down. It's pretty much ready to come down because of, you can see the branches are sparse. But as we approach this tree, look what happens here. Look. And it's just the proximity of this to this tree and the fact that I was cutting wood at the time. Okay, I'm going to turn this way now. Now look at this here. Okay, look at how close that tree is to this tree that I would have cut down. And this tree I probably would have selected to cut down as well, right? But look what I find here today. Look what I find here today. Now, this patch of bark looks like it's been gone for a while. It's pretty huge. It is facing this tree, which would have been my selection to cut down if I was going to come in this direction, but I didn't. I ended up going way down there to cut down trees. But look at here. Look at these scratch marks. Look at how it looks like they've deliberately taken angles of the bark off in line with the lines. You see? Right? There's one here. There's one here. Then, of course, there's nothing here. But what does it make it look like? It makes it look like it's claw marks. It makes it look like whatever did this went right? Like right here and went like that, right? That's what it makes it look like. Now, this has been a hate crime from the very beginning. And it has a lot to do with my ex-employer and other individuals in Kirkland Lake that are very hard to fight. You know, I've been railroaded. I've been set up to go to prison now. And now I find this carved in a tree. Like, I was cutting wood in August. I did my first batch of wood in August. And then after I came back to the farm here, I went down that way and cut wood. So I didn't come back down this way. But the two cats disappeared that morning too. And in the morning, they've been outside for 2 years here. We've never had an issue. They always stay very close to the house. They're in and out all day long. Never had an issue. But that morning, my dad pulled up, and sure enough, one of my brother's family members, again, was hurt for the second time that night at 11 o'clock after them telling me all week that if I came to Kirkland Lake, something bad would happen to my brother's family. And then the cats disappeared that morning after me and my dad left here. And this is what I find in the tree. And this is now January the 2nd, just after New Year's. And this is in the tree. Because I was going to cut some more wood. So I figured there's snow on the ground. I got to keep it as close to the house as I can, right? And this is what I find. And look at the scratch marks. Doesn't that look like like it's meant to look like claw marks to you? To me. And what does that tell me? I've been telling my family all along that something is up, that the cats didn't just disappear. But no one believes me. Why? Because it's electronic harassment, and I hear it and nobody else does. Okay? But this is too much. It's too much. Because when you look at the straight shot There's the road, right? But look at, I mean, the house is right there. You can visibly see that this is a trail through here. This would have been my, you know, if I would have cut, if I would have came back from, I would have seen this early in you know, in say, in September. I would have seen this, but I didn't come down this way. But cutting wood on the corner up there, you would think that if somebody was watching me cut wood up there in the corner, they would assume I would come down this way, because this big tree right here could get cut down, right? And then this one could get cut down. But there happens to, and it's visible right from the trail, like it's so you can see it, like it's like how fucking meant to be seen is that? That's put there purposefully, meant to be seen. By who? Because I'm the only fucking homo out here. All right? And this is getting to be a bit much now. It's getting to be a bit much. 6 years of torture and hate crime. 6 fucking years. Still nobody believes what I'm saying. You fucking believe that. They do not believe that a hate crime could be committed in fucking Kirkland Lake, Ontario, Northern Ontario. Bullshit. If anywhere it's going to be committed, it's going to be up here in Northern Ontario, where people are still not as open to people's lifestyles as others are. It's unfortunate. It really is. And you would be amazed to find out who the people are who are involved in this. It's scary. It really is scary, because you really have no one to turn to. Absolutely no one. And there's nothing, I feel like there's absolutely nothing I can do about it, because I have no one to go to. No one at all. I'm on my own on this one.